Leah was a bright and curious girl. She loved adventures. Leah had two adorable dogs, Bastien and Boudreaux. Bastien was a happy French bulldog, always sniffing out fun. Boudreaux, the clever Yorkie, was always ready for action. One rainy afternoon, Leah was in the attic. She found an old atlas, its pages dusty and forgotten. As she flipped through it, a faded piece of parchment slipped out. It was a map. "Wow!" gasped Leah. "A treasure map." She knew what to do. "Bastien! Boudreaux! Adventure time!" she called. The dogs barked excitedly, ready to go. Leah's grandpa was an inventor. He left her a fantastic flying contraption. It looked like a giant red kettle with propellers. Leah grabbed her backpack, packed with snacks, and her magnifying glass. Soon they were soaring through the air towards Africa. Bastien barked happily, his ears flapping in the wind. Boudreaux, wearing his tiny goggles, studied the map. They flew over vast oceans and towering mountains. "Africa, here we come!" shouted Leah above the roar of the engine. The jungle below was a sea of green. Leah steered the contraption towards a clearing. They were ready for their treasure hunt. The jungle was hot and humid. Vines hung like ropes from giant trees. Exotic birds sang unfamiliar songs. Suddenly, a group of monkeys swung down from the trees. They chattered and shrieked, grabbing at Leah's backpack. One mischievous monkey snatched the treasure map. "Hey!" cried Leah. "Give that back!" The monkeys danced away, waving the map in the air. Leah thought quickly. She pulled out a ripe banana from her bag. Peeling it slowly, she offered it to the monkeys. The monkeys, tempted by the treat, dropped the map. Leah and her dogs decided to explore more of Africa. They ventured into the Savannah, where they encountered a herd of elephants. Leah was amazed by their size and grace. Bastien and Boudreaux were curious, but kept their distance. Leah took out her sketchbook and started drawing the elephants. Suddenly they heard a loud roar. A lion was nearby. Leah quickly packed her things and they moved cautiously away from the sound. They found a safe spot and set up camp for the night, under the starry African sky. The next morning, Leah and her dogs continued their journey. The sun rose gently over the horizon, casting a warm glow over the vast African wilderness. The air was fresh and filled with the sounds of nature waking up. Leah felt a sense of anticipation and excitement for what the day would bring. They came across a village where the locals welcomed them warmly. The village was alive with activity, children playing, women chatting, and men working. The vibrant colors of the villagers' clothing and the joyful sounds of laughter created a lively and inviting atmosphere. Leah learned about their culture and traditions. She watched in awe as the villagers demonstrated their unique crafts and skills, from intricate beadwork to traditional cooking methods. Each demonstration was a window into the rich heritage of the community. She even participated in a traditional dance, her movements mirroring the rhythmic beats of the drums. The energy of the dance was infectious, and Leah found herself lost in the music, feeling a deep connection to the people and their traditions. Bastien and Boudreaux made friends with the village dogs, their tails wagging in delight. The dogs played together, running through the village and bringing smiles to the faces of the villagers. It was a heartwarming sight that added to the sense of community. Leah was fascinated by the stories of the village elders. They gathered around a fire, their faces illuminated by the flickering flames, and shared tales of the past. Each story was filled with wisdom and lessons, painting a vivid picture of the village's history. They spoke of hidden caves and ancient artifacts, their voices filled with mystery and wonder. The elders' animated expressions and gestures brought the stories to life, making Leah feel as if she were part of the adventures they described. Leah knew she had to explore these caves. The thought of uncovering ancient artifacts and hidden treasures filled her with excitement. She prepared herself for the journey, gathering supplies and listening to the villagers' advice on navigating the caves. With the help of the villagers, she set off on a new adventure, her heart racing with excitement. The villagers guided her through the dense forest, sharing their knowledge of the land and its secrets. Leah felt a sense of camaraderie and trust with her new friends. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the village, the day's adventures came to a close. The sky was painted with hues of orange and pink, creating a breathtaking backdrop for the village. Leah took a moment to appreciate the beauty of her surroundings. Leah felt a deep connection to this place and its people. The warmth and hospitality of the villagers had touched her heart. and she knew that this village would always hold a special place in her memories. She knew that the treasures she sought were not just material, but the experiences and friendships she was making along the way. Each moment spent in the village was a treasure in itself, and Leah cherished the bonds she had formed with the villagers. As she looked forward to the adventures ahead, she carried with her the lessons and memories of this remarkable village. Leah and her dogs reached the entrance of the cave. The air was thick with anticipation, and the dogs seemed to sense the adventure that lay ahead. Leah took a deep breath, feeling the weight of history pressing down on her. She had read about this cave in ancient texts, but seeing it in person was an entirely different experience. It was dark and mysterious, almost as if it was whispering secrets from ages past. The entrance loomed before them, a gaping maw that seemed to invite and warn at the same time. Leah felt a shiver run down her spine as she stepped closer, the shadows playing tricks on her eyes. Leah lit a torch, its flickering flame casting eerie shadows on the cave walls. The light danced and flickered, revealing glimpses of the cave's interior. The dogs stayed close to her, their eyes wide with curiosity and caution. The torchlight made the cave seem alive, as if the walls themselves were breathing. As they stepped inside, they were greeted by magnificent ancient paintings, their vibrant colors telling tales of a long-forgotten civilization. The paintings depicted scenes of daily life, rituals and battles, each stroke of color a testament to the skill and artistry of the people who once lived here. Leah could almost hear the echoes of their voices, the laughter and the cries, the songs and the stories. Leah was in awe, her heart pounding with excitement and reverence. She felt a deep connection to the past, as if she were walking in the footsteps of those who had come before her. The cave was a time capsule, preserving the memories and the essence of a bygone era. Every step she took felt like a journey through time. As they ventured deeper into the cave, the air grew cooler and the silence more profound. The only sounds were the soft padding of the dogs' paws and the occasional drip of water from the cave ceiling. The deeper they went, the more isolated they felt from the outside world. It was as if they had entered a different realm, a place where time stood still. Suddenly, they stumbled upon a hidden chamber filled with artifacts that shimmered in the torchlight. The chamber was a treasure trove of history, with items that ranged from simple tools to intricate jewelry. Each artifact told a story, a piece of the puzzle that was this ancient civilization. Leah's eyes widened with wonder as she took in the sight. Leah carefully examined each item, her fingers tracing the intricate designs. She marveled at the craftsmanship and the attention to detail. It was clear that these items had been cherished by their owners, each one holding a special significance. Leah felt a sense of responsibility, a duty to honor and preserve these relics of the past. Among the treasures, she found a beautiful necklace, its delicate craftsmanship captivating her. The necklace was adorned with precious stones and intricate patterns, a testament to the skill of the artisan who had created it. Leah could almost feel the history emanating from the necklace, a tangible connection to the people who had once worn it. She decided to take it as a souvenir, a tangible memory of this extraordinary adventure. The necklace would serve as a reminder of the journey she had undertaken and the discoveries she had made. It was a piece of the past that she could carry with her, a symbol of the connection she felt to this ancient civilization. But then the ground began to shake violently. An earthquake. The walls of the cave trembled, and dust and debris began to fall from the ceiling. Leah's heart raced as she realized the danger they were in. She had to get out, and fast. Leah's pulse quickened as she and her dogs sprinted towards the entrance. The cave seemed to be collapsing around them, the ground shaking with each step they took. The dogs barked in fear, urging Leah to move faster. She could see the entrance ahead, but it felt like it was miles away. The cave rumbled and groaned, rocks tumbling around them. Leah dodged falling debris, her mind focused on one thing: escape. The sound of the cave collapsing was deafening, a cacophony of destruction that threatened to overwhelm her. But she couldn't give up. Not now. Just as they made it out, the entrance collapsed behind them, sealing the cave's secrets forever. Leah stumbled out into the daylight, gasping for breath. She turned to look at the cave, now just a pile of rubble. The adventure was over, but the memories would stay with her forever. Leah was relieved they made it out in time, her heart still racing from the narrow escape. She hugged her dogs, grateful for their companionship and bravery. The experience had been harrowing, but it had also been exhilarating. She had faced danger and come out stronger for it. She looked at the necklace in her hand, a reminder of the echoes of the past they had just experienced. It was a symbol of the adventure, the danger, and the discovery. Leah knew that she would never forget this journey, and the necklace would always remind her of the day she walked through history. Leah and her dogs decided to head back to the village. The journey back was filled with a mix of emotions. They had been through so much together, and the village had become a second home to them. The familiar sights and sounds of the village brought a sense of comfort and nostalgia. The villagers were happy to see them safe. Their faces lit up with joy and relief as they welcomed Leah and her loyal companions back. It was a heartwarming reunion, filled with laughter and tears of happiness. Leah shared her discoveries with them, recounting the ancient paintings and the narrow escape from the collapsing cave. She spoke of the hidden treasures they had found and the lessons they had learned along the way. The villagers listened with rapt attention, hanging on to every word. The villagers listened intently, their eyes wide with amazement. They were captivated by Leah's tales of adventure and bravery. It was as if they were living the experiences through her words, feeling the excitement and danger of each moment. They were impressed by her bravery and the incredible tales she brought back. The villagers expressed their admiration through cheers and applause, celebrating Leah's courage and the bond she shared with her dogs. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the village, Leah knew it was time to head back home. The sky was painted with hues of orange and pink, creating a breathtaking backdrop for their farewell. It was a moment of reflection and gratitude. She thanked the villagers for their warmth and hospitality, promising to return one day. Leah's heart was full as she expressed her gratitude, knowing that she had made lifelong friends in this remote corner of the world. The villagers gifted her with a small token of their appreciation, a beautifully woven basket filled with local delicacies. It was a gesture of love and respect, a symbol of the bond they had formed. With a heart full of gratitude and a basket of memories, Leah and her dogs set off in their flying contraption. The basket was not just a gift. It was a reminder of the incredible journey they had shared and the people who had touched their lives. As they soared through the sky, Leah looked back at the beautiful African landscape, its vast savannas and towering baobabs. The view from above was mesmerizing, a patchwork of nature's wonders stretching as far as the eye could see. She knew that this land held many more secrets and adventures waiting to be discovered. The mysteries of the African wilderness called to her, promising new challenges and discoveries in the future. For now, Leah had many stories to tell and memories to cherish. Each memory was a treasure, a piece of the puzzle that made up her extraordinary journey. Leah, Bastien and Boudreaux's African adventure was truly unforgettable, and she couldn't wait to share it with the world. The stories of their journey would inspire others to seek their own adventures and discover the magic of the unknown. Leah grabbed the map and thanked the monkeys. Following the map's clues, they ventured deeper into the jungle. They crossed a rushing river and climbed over moss-covered rocks. Finally, they reached a clearing bathed in warm sunlight. There, standing tall and proud, was a grove of magnificent baobab trees, just like the map showed. In the center of the grove, beneath the oldest baobab, was a wooden chest. Leah held her breath as she lifted the heavy lid. Inside, it wasn't gold or jewels, but something even better. The chest was filled with beautiful handcrafted toys and colorful beads. "This is amazing!" exclaimed Leah, her eyes sparkling with joy. They shared their discovery with the friendly monkeys. Then, with their hearts full of joy and new friends by their side, they flew back home. Their African adventure was a treasure they'd never forget.